Hey guys, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. So today I want to give you a tour of our March classroom, and then I will show you kind of what we've been doing for my infants and toddlers so far this month. Our theme is pets, and so this last week we learned about dogs, and this next coming week we're going to learn about cats, and then the week after that will be turtles. And then the last week of March is actually our spring break, so I will be closed that week. So I thought I'd just first start by giving you guys a tour of our classroom and kind of show you the things that I have switched. So I have changed over from all of our winter stuff I've put away, and I have all our spring stuff out. And then I will show you what our pet unit has looked like so far. So it's been a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Okay, so I thought I would just start at the beginning of our classroom. I will show you our schoolroom and kind of where the school-age kids hang out, and then I will go into my infant and toddler room. So I have all of our name tags and our coat hooks here, and these hooks were actually starting to fall off the wall, so we just got them anchored, and so the kids' book bags can sometimes get heavy. And so they have been anchored now for 2 weeks, and we have not had a problem with them, so I'm hoping that these hooks will stay on the walls. I had a drop off 2 weeks ago, and Dad went to hang her book bag, and the whole thing just came crashing down to the floor. So we had to fix that, but these hooks work so well, so I'm hoping that they stay, and we don't have to switch to something else. But this wall is just drywall, so hopefully that will stay. These clipboards are still working out so well. I like to clip the kids' day sheets on them throughout the day, so I can write on them what they've had for lunch, or if we have changed their diaper. This is a fun way to kind of put some artwork up, and then also if something is still wet, like if one of their art projects are still wet but I want it to go home that night, I can clip it here, and then by the time pickup arrives, it'll be all dry and the parents can take it home. The bulletin board here, I found this at the Dollar Tree, and I thought it just looked fun and springy. So it's just this little bunny. He says, "All ears for learning," and then these little books, and I just put my kids' names on the books and my school-age kids there. And then this is where the kids put their shoes when they arrive, and I had a winter poster here, and I switched it to our spring poster. And then this is where the kids keep like their nap blankets for my 2 that are sleeping on cots during the day. And then this is still working well this year. I think I have a different idea for this. Is my school age kids, kind of where I keep their curriculum and like my teacher manuals and stuff. I might switch it to something different next year and try to come up with maybe a system to keep the teacher manuals in my closet and be able to use this for more open-ended toys. So at the bottom you see I have some like little Legos, and then a puzzle, and then these little princess magic clip dolls. And there have been more times when the kids have needed just a little like basket toy to play with while they're waiting for me to finish up with somebody else, but there hasn't been much variety other than those 3 baskets on the bottom. So I might switch this whole thing to so they can have 9 other different ideas to pick from for just a little basket quiet time toy at their desk. This thing is still just by far my absolute favorite organizer in the whole classroom. So it just keeps crayons and color pencils and scissors and stuff just organized, and it also keeps them up a little bit from like the younger kids. And so if like my preschooler needs something, she has to ask instead of it just kind of getting misplaced, because I do like them to keep this stuff at their desks. And then I have some additional ones over in Art Center, but this organizer just has worked so well, and I got this at IKEA probably about 6 years ago, and we've been using it for the same way for the last 6 years. Our Science Center this month has been meteorology, and so I just have a bunch of weather books. We have a prism that on a sunny day, it was a lot of fun. We were making rainbows in our classroom. And I have just a season game that they've been playing with. And then this is just a little printable I saw on Teacher Pay Teacher to make a pet cloud. And so we will probably be doing that either this week or next week. So there is just science for this month. over in my preschoolers, she just finished letter V, and so she's actually just cruising through the alphabet, and once she gets through letter Z, then I think she has 2 review weeks, and then she is actually done with school for the year. But my kids also get done with school about the end of April, and so we are getting there. And then I have a couple new just spring books that I put out here for the kids, and then our March calendar is up, and then those are my 2 older kids' desks, and then my 3 younger kids' desks are in the middle. And I do have some plans to kind of rearrange this room for next year. Will actually be going to year-round school, so we're going to take May off, and I think we're going to start our new year beginning in June, and hopefully I will have some time to kind of start sitting down and thinking through this new schedule. So we have always gone pretty much with the district, except for we usually start in July and end the end of April, but I kind of am liking the idea of just going year-round. I have daycare kids during the summer, and so it might just keep our schedule just going, and then maybe taking some longer blocks of time off throughout the year. This past February seemed like a really tough month to get through. I had a hard time like motivating myself to do school, and the kids did too, and so I know that's one of the months that maybe take off of winter break in the month of February. And I have these little window clings on our door that leads out to our outside play area. And the kids have been able to get outside a little bit. It's pretty muddy still outside. At least we get a lot of rain in the springtime, and there's not much out there because everything's still put away. I told them that once we get a warm weekend to kind of get out there and clean up the yard, we can get out some of the riding toys and stuff like that is in the shed. And then there's my desk, and then just a high chair there. And then on our ceiling, I took down all of our snowflakes and stuff, and I just got these shamrocks at the Dollar Tree. So I have a couple, and I have those little paper tulips that I got at the Dollar Tree over in the window. So I'm liking just a little bit of spring accent in our classroom. And then in my infant classroom, I did the same thing. I have some more shamrocks hanging from our ceiling. We have our March board up. In here, we're learning about the color green and the shape of a triangle. And like I said, our theme has been pets, and they are just having so much fun with this. And over here, I switched our winter, I think it's a winter puppy that plays in the snow, and switched over to our spring puppy that's all muddy, and then added a couple leaves to our tree. And now for the next 2 months, I just add more leaves at the beginning of every month until our tree is completely full. And then here's our dog books and our St. Patrick's Day books here. And then my changing table, I switched out our name tags to some spring clip art. Here's my March curriculum, and I will go over this in just a second to kind of show you what we've been doing. It's just been a super fun theme. And then this here, I switched to kind of a little pet shop. I got these little green bins at the Dollar Tree, and then I just put a different kind of little animal in each of them, and I made these little tags here. So we have our little hamster, and these are all from my kids who just love stuffed animals. So they had fun collecting and finding all these animals for the infants this month. Here's a cat, and then we have our fish, and a bird, and a dog, and a mouse, and then up here is a turtle, and then just a book here. Here's a little poster we've been doing with all of my kids' family pets, so that's been kind of fun. In the morning during circle time, we've kind of added that, and it's cute to see my little toddlers just recognize, like, hey, that's my family pet. So it's been kind of fun. This art project we did last week I think turned out super cute. It's a little puppy footprint, and I just painted their foot brown, and just put it on this paper. And then this I had already put when I printed it. And so we just made these little dogs. And the bulletin board in here says teacher's pet. And then it's just the kids' pictures in a little dog house. And then here's our second toy shelf, just our books and another little stuffed dog. And then I just have this little ball, and I went through all of my little like plastic toys and found everything that could be a pet and just put them in this basket. And then we have a little fish bowl. Here we have this this little dog bowl, and then this plastic bone. Because last week we were playing Doggy Doggy Where's Your Bone with them, and they really enjoyed that game. And even with my younger one, who I was putting it like under a blanket and seeing if he would pick up the blanket to see if the bone was under there. So just a lot of different things you can do for those younger ages with that little toy. And then our little ring stacker, and then this was a little container I found at the dollar store, and then I just put these little some of those little chew toys in there. And then here's just a pet puzzle. And then over on our table I set up 3 of the work boxes. We've had 5 work boxes this last week, and so I set 3 of them up here that I've been rotating, and then I'll show you what is in the 3 over there. So this one was a little bit challenging. My one little daycare student that's a little bit older and a little bit closer to the age of 2, she did pretty good with this. And so it was just feed the dog, and I use these little Scooby snacks because they are shaped like dog bones. And so we'd be like, you know, put one bone in the bowl, and she could do that, and then she was eating them. So this is something that would be probably more towards the age of 2, when they can eat these crackers, because they are a little bit hard. Or you could use like teething biscuits or puffs or something if you were going to do it with a younger student. This one they absolutely loved, and so it's just these pet homes, and I put some Velcro on there, and then we would say, you know, where's the birdie live, and they would just put it in the home where the animal lived, and they did this over and over and over again. Like, they really liked this workbox this week. And then our third workbox was our pegboard, and this one is great for if you have younger ones that aren't quite ready for a puzzle. This is a great way to introduce just putting, you know, it's just a little bit easier than a puzzle. And then the older ones have always loved this one as well. You can make towers and you can count. There's just so many things that you can do with pegboards. So that was our third workbox. And then the ones over here, so this one, I set up a little like vet clinic. So I made this little poster down here. It says, welcome to the vet clinic. And I put in some, like just some medical stuff. And so we used the animals from our pet shop. And then we would just, you know, listen to their heart, give them medicine, stuff like that. And they had a lot of fun with this one. This one, since we're working on triangles this month, I'll tell you what, triangles are hard to find. I have looked all over the daycare, and this is all I could come up with. So this is on my list for garage sales this summer, to kind of look for toys, smaller toys that are shaped like a triangle to add to our triangle bin. But we were talking about triangles, and we talked about the stuff in our little workbox, and the kids got to play with these. And then our last box of the week was just a color paw match. And so I would lay out them and then hand them one of these, and they'd have to find the other yellow paw, the other blue paw, and so on. So if you're interested in doing pets in your classroom, you can jump on my website, and most of the stuff that I just showed you that is printable is on my website for download, and that's always free for you guys. I want anyone that wants to use that in their classrooms to use it however is best for your program. So this is my March curriculum, and this is the one we just finished. These are my daily lesson plans that I use with the kids. It just kind of goes over what I'm going to do for our theme time. It kind of tells me the book I'm going to read with them. Our 2 songs that we sang was The Shamrock is Green and Oh Where Has My Little Dog Gone? And then the 3 work boxes that we will be doing for the day. So there's 5 of these. And then after that, this theme time sheet here just kind of goes through what I'm going to do each day. So I use this on the weekends to kind of, prep my classroom for the week. And then here is the work boxes that we did for the week. These are the books, so I just know quickly make sure that these are all in my classroom for the week. And then I always keep copies of the worksheets that we will be doing for the week, but I usually have printed these and I place them in the front here, ready to go. So the kids got to dot the dog with dot markers. This one we've been working on numbers 1, 2, and 3, so I have these little dog bones in triangles. Now my kids are too young to be able to cut out, so I cut these out for them, and then we just talked about, like, this dog wants 1 bone, and we glued them into the dog bone. So we did that one. This was our puppy footprint that when I painted their foot brown and then pasted it here, it made the little puppy. Since we're learning about the color green this month, and then they get to put a green dot on each of these pictures. And then so those were the worksheets that we did this past week, and then I'm getting ready to learn about cats with them this week. So that's it, guys, and if you're interested in that, jump on over to my website, and I will link that below if you want any of this stuff to use in your classrooms. And thanks for watching this video today, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!